Ever leave a classroom feeling really drained? Questioning if you were even cut out for this job? You're not alone. I've been there too. So let's talk about how to bounce back after one of these days. First, don't take it personally. So when kids are behaving badly and it's just one of those days you feel like they're not listening and they're swearing and behavior crap, it's hard not to take it personal, or they say something to you that really threw you off guard and you're like, what? It's really hard not to take it personal. I understand, but that's a thing of for them. That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them. And they're also kids. So like, don't take crap from a 15-year-old or a kindergartner or a fifth grader, whatever level you are. Just don't take it personal. And some students, for some reason, don't do well with the sub. I have experienced that. The teacher even told me that in the lesson plans, that there is a kid who he's going to be mean. We are working on with him on this, and we can't figure out why. So just don't take it personally. Debrief and decompress. So at the end of the day, if it was just a terrible day, take that time for your self-care and decompress. I have always journaled. I really like journaling, and I reflect and I just write in a notebook that I would have, that I carry with me at school. And I would just say, like, Mrs. So-and-so's class was terrible today. I would just write it like it was. And then I would say, like, okay, what did I do wrong here? How can I fix this? How can I, like, was it bad enough that I can call the principal on this? Things like that. I would go home and do that too if I wanted to. A lot of the times I would run out of the school, especially on a bad day. Coming home, I would always just sit on the couch and have a snack. Maybe you want like some comfort snacks. Totally fine, and watch some Netflix, Hulu, whatever streaming service you want to watch. Just something that like can help you decompress and take your mind off of the day. Find one small win for the day. So I'm sure out of the day there was something positive for you. And it happens all the time. When you really just reflect, and this is why I like journaling, because when you reflect on your day and you remember that one thing that happened. Like for me, I have this in this video right here. I told you all about my third grade experience. And this was like when I first started subbing, and terrible class. Kids were calling me names when I was like reading things. I was getting yelled at. I got locked out of the room. They were going through my wallet. Like, it was terrible, freaking terrible. And at the end of the day, this little girl came up to me and she was like, Mrs. Watts, I know that my classmates were really mean today, but I made you a bracelet so that you can remember me because I listened. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, you've really made my day. And so always look for those. Do something that refuels you. So I want to say this in a way that, I don't know, but anyways, sometimes when we come home after bad days, and not just substitute teachers, this could be engineers. My husband does this sometimes too, and teachers and anyone in the workforce, and you have a terrible day, and the first thing you want to go to is your wine and your margarita and your beers and whatever it is. Nothing wrong with having a nice big martini or margarita, whatever it is that you like to drink. However, I want to state that hopefully you're not having so many bad days in a row that you're like, okay, I need to go home and have a drink. I need to go home and have a drink. But what I want to say here is, like, your habits, that's going to become a habit. And then it's going to cycle into something more. And you don't want that. So I would highly encourage you on days that you do have really bad days, that you find a lifestyle that will suit you to refuel you. So instead of drinking, maybe you go for a walk around your neighborhood. Sorry, there's a plane going by if you can hear that. You can just sit on your porch with no phone and you just hear the birds chirp. Doing meditation, something along those lines. That way you're not feeling like you're just going to, like, drinking isn't going to solve the problem. It never does solve the problem. But when you switch that habit, I'm not saying that you're a drinker. That's not what I'm saying, but just be aware of that. When I was a health coach, a lot of teachers would be like, yeah, I come home and I just drink wine. And then, and they were starting to get into this habit of drinking so much wine every single day. They would have 3 to 4 glasses. They were falling asleep early. They weren't getting the grading done that they needed to at home. They were tired the next day, irritable, all these things. And it wasn't solving the problem of, like, when they were burnt out or like when they just had terrible days. And so when I worked with them to find what they liked, they sat in nature. They didn't have their phone. They like put their phone inside for like an hour and it was just them in nature. Or they would take a walk or read a book or whatever it is. I even said that earlier with self-care, journaling, whatever it is that helps you refuel will help you feel so much better at the end of the day. That was a very long description, but I hope you understand that. For when you have bad days, you can prepare a bounce back plan. So you might have days that are like, okay, just okay days, or days that are great, and then you're going to have the days that are terrible, which is what we are talking about in this video.
If you haven't guessed already.
But you can have a bounce back plan, meaning like, okay, today was a bad day. Now on these days, this is when I go and I walk around the lake at my local park, or I'm going to call up my mom and vent to her, and her and I will go get coffee or something like that. Or whatever your plan is, have it be something that is going to help you take your mind off the day and feel happier at the end of the day, and so that you can rest your head on your pillow, go to sleep, and get ready for the next day. So all in all, just know that you're going to have those days. You're going to have the bad days, and it just comes with the job. Just kids are kids. So again, don't take it personally. Never ever take it personally. And for all of them, I guess all the same bullet points were the same. Debrief and decompress, finding a small win, doing something that refuels you, and then having a plan for when you have these bad days. They're all like within one. It's just going to help you not get burnt out as a substitute teacher. Remember that you are a difference maker. I believe in you, and I'll see you in this video.